Hi, welcome back to the Spirit's Path. This is D. And today's tarot card of the day out of the Wildwood Tarot deck is Queen of Vessels and a Salmon. So two court cards have come out. One's a page, to look for a message of creativity. And this Queen comes out after the Ten of Bows of responsibility. All right. And the thing that happens with this Queen, as I like to talk about, they rule the castle. Vessels is about water, but this Queen's all about self-sacrifice. Just like the salmon, as they come back every year to drop their eggs, they'll find that river where they came from, and they'll try to get back up there. And a lot of times, they go up there to die. And if they're lucky, they miss that Queen of Stones, that bear that's sitting on top of the rocks waiting to pick them up out of the air and eat them. Okay, so when you think about the natural progression of the animal kingdom, certain animals feed certain animals, okay? And, you see that, it's not the fittest survive or anything like that. It's just, one feeds the other. And, this Queen, she likes to self-sacrifice her, as she's going up the streets, okay? The Queen of Vessels is somebody that's very deeply caring. They're honest, they're generous. They like to bring joy to the court, let's say. Okay, now this could be, if you look at it within a relationship, that Queen of Vessels could be somebody that makes somebody their favorite sandwich. If you're looking at a project, that Queen of Vessels could be somebody that, signs off on something that, gives you that $1 million deal, or something on that nature. Social aspect, that Queen of Vessels could be somebody that, picks up the tab for everybody, at a bar or something like that. Or, maybe somebody leaves a big tip, because, people are laid off and stuff. So that's kind of who the Queen of Vessels is. All right. As a person, again, like I said, they're tenderhearted, they're kind, they're very intuitive too. They can be empathetic and pick up on people's, moods, and, what's going on. I've known a lot of people that pick up on other people's moods, and they might go out and just, hey, let me buy you lunch today, or go over there and give them a hug because they need it. I'm one of those guys. All right, if I see somebody struggling at work, I'll just say, hey, how you doing? Yeah, I'm struggling with something. Okay, well, let's pray about it. And I don't have a problem praying with anybody. And a lot of times, people look at that and say, man, that guy's weird. But at the other hand, I had a guy I did this to not too long ago at work, struggling with stuff going on in his life. And and he was venting to me, and I listened, and I just said, you know what? Let's pray. I was that Queen of Vessels for him that day. And, I was empathetic to his needs. I prayed with him and told him, everything's going to be all right. You have to let the Lord and the universe take care of what's going on. And, I haven't been able to talk with him lately to see how things are going. But you know what? He was able to confide in me with something. And you know what? I didn't have a problem praying with him and, just trying to help alleviate some of the pain that was going on in his life. And as a person, that's what that Queen of Vessels, stands for. It's that confidant, that somebody you can trust in, okay, that'll give you that kind, intuitive advice so you can move forward. If this is an aspect, it's somebody who's emotionally mature, somebody who can make a decision without letting their emotions take advantage of them. Okay, kind of having that poker face when they're at the card table, not showing a lot of emotion, not giving in to the feelings at the table with what's going on. All right, and they're at the same time, it's somebody who's impressionable, somebody that is emotionally mature enough, emotionally stable enough that they make that impression on you, where you just kind of have to sit back and go, you know what? This guy, he thinks things through, or this gal thinks things through. And, it could be that Queen of Vessels is looking at a project or something like that. And, when there's a lot of emotion going on, a lot of ego too. If there's a lot of ego going on within that Queen of Vessels is going to come in, be very quiet, make a decision, okay, that's going to be right for everybody, and then just kind of back off. That's how being impressionable in an aspect that this Queen of Vessels takes over. If this is an event, more often, this is, this Queen of Vessels is going to come up to you with dreams and visions. Because she's got that psychic ability going on. Within your dreams and visions, she might be able to, in that event, show you a glimpse of the future. Okay? Show you an opportunity that may exist. Whether you remember it or not, it's a different story, because your subconscious plays within that. Okay, and it's based on what's happening during the day. But if you can see that Queen of Vessels within your visions and dreams, or even in your daydreams, and you know that it can give you comfort, okay, that's how that reacts with that aspect. All right, and a good idea on that is, if it's a relationship, if you're dreaming about your significant other, if you're dreaming about your family, if you're dreaming about brothers or sisters or mothers or grandparents or great-grandparents, those that have passed on, a lot of times they're coming through to give you a message, especially if they're from the other side. If they're already in spirit, they're there to guide you. They're there to help you move forward. And if you wake up and you're comforted by that, that is telling you that that Queen of Vessels coming through, that there's a message from the other side, from the universe and from spirit, that somebody's trying to tell you. Okay, that's how that event is supposed to feel like with that Queen of Vessels. So the two questions that this queen asks is, what is enchanting you? What has got you moving forward to, self-sacrifice, to have you go up that stream? If it's in a relationship, what is enchanting you about that relationship? Is there love within the room that you just want to, continue to grab and continue to hold on to and have it help you, make you happy and joyful, instead of, sitting there watching the news all day long, or listening to, the death tolls and the cases and Trump and, everybody else talk about all this negativity. Okay, what is enchanting you in your relationship that's bringing you that happiness and that joy? Okay, because that's what that Queen of Vessels is talking about. That's in a relationship. If it's in a project, what's enchanting you to complete that project? I know for me, I know what my next project is, and that's straightening out my garage. And the first thing I got to do is straighten out my toolbox, because I've got 3 toolboxes out there, and I've been taking tools out and just throwing them in a box, and I need to put things back in order. Precision and order is what needs to happen out there. So that's what's enchanting me within that project. In a social aspect, what's enchanting you to share the love, share the joy, okay, share that happiness that's out there, through Facebook or through TikTok or through Instagram or whatever social media you're on there, through YouTube. How are you able to enchant others, to show that joy and show that kindness and show that happiness? Okay, so it can enchant you. The other question is, what do you need to devote yourself to? What do you need to devote yourself to in your relationships? Whether they're close or whether they're far away. How do you go about doing that? How do you continue to spread that joy, spread that honesty, bring that generous spirit out there? And the projects, what do you need to devote yourself to? I need to devote at least 1.5 hours to 2 hours to clean up my toolbox. Put things in the right place, see what I'm missing, take inventory, and move forward. In a social aspect, what do you need to devote yourself to? Okay, if there's a storyline going on in Facebook, always watching what's going on at that storyline. Something that's bringing you joy, something that's bringing you happiness. Okay, somebody gives you a laugh during the day, during these stressful times. Same thing on YouTube. If you're subscribing to the people, that are bringing you that joy, bringing you that love, bringing you that happiness, devote that 10 minutes to an hour, whatever it is that the video is. Okay, however long it is. So that's how you can answer those 2 questions. What is enchanting you, and what do you need to devote yourself to? So I hope that makes sense. That's today's card, that Queen of Vessels, Salmon. And this is D for the Spirit's Path. Hit that like button for me and subscribe to the channel, and we'll talk to you tomorrow. Take care, have a great day, and God bless. Stay safe, everybody.